Hey, hey, hey. Hey, okay. Out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Okay, out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
What does the future look like for your podcast?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to season 7 of No Label the podcast. Here, with my boy Nell.
Yo.
Special shout outs to everybody that's been subscribing as usual, liking on Instagram, following, sharing. Podcast streaming platforms. Go over and head over to nolabelthepod.com.
Where you can sign up for our newsletter and stay up to date with everything No Label the Pod. We got a lot of dope content. We be out here in Toronto, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be bouncing to some other cities. So if you want us to come to your city, you know what I mean? Sign up for the newsletter. Let us know. We'll respond. You get better contact information, we can make it happen. And so we're here with another guest out of Toronto. You know what I'm saying? We've been listening to his music on the way over, and he got some bops. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely refreshing to hear like different sounds. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's hard to like put a finger on, let's say, a quote unquote a genre, but it's it's good music. And we're sitting here with Clairmont The Second. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, man.
No doubt, man.
No doubt.
Thank you for the words too. I appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah. So like here with No Label, we encourage like not having necessarily, you can't put a label on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's refreshing. It's always, we love connecting with people like that.
Yeah,
that's why we do it.
Yeah.
We always like to start from the beginning. Where are you born? We're born and raised.
I was born and raised in Weston. That's on the west side of Toronto. So, yeah, man, just my whole life just on the west side. And family does music, so I've been doing music since a kid. Doing art as a whole since a kid. My siblings, cousins, everybody. So, yeah, I've been here, and it's time to go. I'm not gonna lie, it's time to get out.
Word.
Yeah.
How would you describe the west side of Toronto to somebody who's never been or isn't familiar at all?
Family. Like, I think that's one of the things about the West that always felt different going to the East side. It was just like, maybe it's because I'm not from the East, but like, there was just like a different sense of community and family, but also like, it could get a little crazy, you know? But I don't know, like there's just like this sense of home that I feel, and I feel like just from the people I've met, it's just tighten it in a different way. And I think that like it's kind of its own area. Like I think a lot of people in the city, they go through you guys heard of Scarborough?
Is it by kind of like
It's on the
Brampton?
east. So like the center part of the city, Toronto downtown, and then on the other side is Scarborough.
Okay.
And then a lot of people that are from Scarborough, some of them move to Durham, which is a little bit further east. That's where you get to cities like Ajax and like Whitby, etc. A lot of the people kind of go through that pipeline, and then a lot of people on the west kind of stay on the west. So the people on the outskirts of the city know each other very well, and then there's a lot of people that are kind of on the west that like kind of get overlooked and overshadowed and things like that. So like, but I've been in the art scene for so long that I kind of know everybody from different places, and then like even through sports and stuff like that. A lot of the athletes that I knew growing up around the outskirts too. North as well, like Vaughan. They just all know each other. But the West is like its own like it's a weird thing. That's what I found in my experience. But let me get more comfortable. I'm sorry.
You good.
But
you mentioned family. It's like, do you have a big family?
I do. I have a lot of family. But like they're all in the East. Like all over the sky. Yeah. So, but yeah, just my grandma had mad kids, and then they had kids, and then they had kids.
That's
like
fire,
it just so family is a big component when it comes to doing anything, like any decision I make, and artistically or just like the last, if I have no motivation at all, like family is like the last, like that one thing.
That fuel.
Yeah. So.
Hell yeah. So like, a lot of people like from Buffalo, we see Toronto as like the international city, and like a lot of just from Jamaican, Trinidadian, just like all different types of Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's like, are you first generation?
Yeah. For like, I'm like me, my siblings, my cousins, we're the first ones born in Canada.
That's fine.
And then our parents are all Guyanese. Yeah, man. Like literally, that's what a lot of people from here is. It's like first generation Canadian.
That's super dope.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. No, it made me think, like, while you was talking about it, I'm like, yo, if I was like just moved to a different country, it's like, yo, I'm trying to have, first thing I'd be trying to do is have mad kids. I'm like, yo, we need some family.
Yo, honestly,
I'm out of here out here.
Yeah, honestly, like, man, like I applaud my parents' generation for like taking the leap like that to come here. Me being here, and I haven't been to much of the Caribbean. I just went to Jamaica this summer, and man, it's like it's so different out there. It's like, man, why'd you guys leave Guyana? Like what about it? Because to me, I'm somebody who likes sun in peace and like a slower pace of living, and then Toronto is like it's cold, the speed is way different, and like I used to like it. I used to be a big fan of it. I was like 10 years ago, like when I first started like really making noise, like it was beautiful, but it's also not the same city anymore. So like I don't know, now I'm just somebody who likes to move slower, take it easy. And I'm like, damn, like...
It comes with maturity, too, and just getting older.
Yeah, facts. I think that's definitely a big part of it. And I think, and then even with making music, like, I don't really need to be anywhere specific. Everything I do is at home. So, yeah, I don't really need to be here specifically.
So, in which ways did you say, like, the city changed? You mentioned?
I was thinking that, too.
Man...
Do you think it was like a COVID thing, or it's just like over time?
That definitely changed the world. Like,
sure.
Like I think the arts period, music period, media, etc. Like after the lockdown, bro, like that was the end of the world as we know it. Like it's very different. It's not the same. Toronto, I don't know, like it's one of those things that are kind of like I could point to things specifically, but there's like a lot of things that you kind of just had to be there for. And a big part of it to me is it's a number of things. It's from the arts to like politically to like the government to all these other like a bunch of different things. Like the city hates preservation. Like everything gets knocked down. Putting condos everywhere. Every corner is condos. Like a lot of I just remember walking downtown like this past week, and like it's like lifeless, bro. It's not like it was like when I was a teen. Like going downtown was like it's where you would make things happen, and there was always like there was a party, like, but it was so art focused and like productive, and there was just joy in people's faces. And now I'm down there and it's like, it's bleak, it's grim, it's like, it's not the same. And, the experience, that I have is going to be different from you guys,
Sure.
But, from the music, like, I just feel like we were in space as a city, like 10 years ago, like just somewhere else. Like some of the best music I've heard in my life are some of my homies that I came up with, and some of them don't make music anymore, some of them moved out.
It's a new generation.
Yeah, it's very different, and like it's been interesting like adjusting to it, because I've been one of the few people to kind of be from that class from 10 years ago, and then also be I don't want to say relevant, but like I'm still like I'm still in the scene. Like I know people. There's still people I rock with, but it's definitely different. It's definitely a lot more commodified. I find that like it's
that's I haven't heard an artist use that word. But I fully agree. I completely understand what you mean.
It's like it feels like the reasons why people did what they did. Like art used to be at the forefront. Like it used to be a big part, but also like figure out ways to get bread. And there was a lot of things that we did like 10 years ago, that really set the stage for a lot of things to even be happening now, that people don't talk about. And I'm not really gonna like take all the credit. I was a part of it, but it was a whole movement. Like it was a whole thing. Like I feel like this city was about to do some crazy things, especially as independent artists, like a lot of us are. And right when lockdown happened, it like put a halt to everything. And it felt like it was the perfect way for the higher ups to kind of remonopolize the game. That's what I feel.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real as fuck.
And that's a similar perspective on I feel like a lot of music scenes in different towns. It's like everybody was about to reach a certain point, or they were like right on the cusp of breaking through when the pandemic or COVID happened, and then like all the momentum was just killed by that. Because we say the same thing when it comes to Buffalo. It's like Griselda really got hot around that time. They dropped their debut album with Shady Records, and it was like
everybody, like every label was going like, okay, every single label is looking at Buffalo right now. And it's like everybody drop your music, because every label was like, so we getting ready, everybody getting ready. We just started the pod.
So we kind of benefited from that. Everybody's in the house just watching podcasts. But yeah, that's
what is it like now? Like I mean, because like even the steam. I remember the steam when Griselda was first. It was crazy, but I feel like even if the steam doesn't feel the same, I feel like their mark has been made, and like now everybody's rapping like though, man.
They're definitely cemented in terms of like hip hop legends. I feel like in terms of the Buffalo scene, right now I feel like we've been in this like certain identity mode. Like we're looking for our identity because everybody knows us for the West Side Gun, the Conway, Benny sound, but we have a really diverse sound in the town. Like you gonna have some alternative rock, cyberpunk, just like boom bap. We have R&B, all of it, and it's like we all rock with each other, and it's like we're trying. Okay, how do we present it? But now it's kind of like everything kind of died down. The money's tighter, like so now everybody the local artists can't really support themselves like they used to. Yeah. So I feel like the shows is a little bit less. The crowd is dwindling, and people still rapping. Yeah.
The hope is lost a little bit because of that. And what I've just noticed is that when hope is lost, people don't come together as much. Yeah. Like when there's buzz and there's, like we were saying, like kind of Toronto was and Buffalo was, it's like people want to work together because we're almost there. But then it's like when we get further away, or when we're not at that breaking point anymore, it's like people are closing. It's like, all right, now I just focus on me. But what got us there is everybody collaborating and working together after you were done building your own foundation.
Yeah. Because Buffalo, man, we had a real bad stigma of like not supporting each other. Really bad. And then like Griselda started popping, everybody seen us like, yo, we actually work better and we do more when we're together. Yeah. We started doing that heavy, and then COVID.
How do you guys like, or at least in regards to that, like, how do you separate the collaboration being like what had you guys going up versus the right collaborations?
I know what you
know what I'm saying? Because people because when you guys are talking, I'm like, man, this sounds exactly like the city, and like. I think that collaboration is cool, but I also think that the right collaboration is even more important. So like, it's so funny. One of my like I don't want to say issues, but one of the things I notice is that like here, like people love to talk about collab, but it's like sometimes it's not the right song, sometimes it's not the right record, and like to be honest, like I feel like some people try to leech off of that too, you know, and like.
So maybe collab. Maybe I was trying to say support, not
But
necessarily.
but I agree with you though.
Yeah.
Like I definitely agree with you. What you're
Support
saying.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a part of it is knowing the right way to collab.
True.
Like we both necessarily shouldn't be on the same track, but it's like you have a connection to your DJ who's at this fucking club that I've been trying to get to. Yo, work with me on this.
Yeah.
So then when you want your thing that I got over here, we can work together on that. It don't necessarily got to be on paper collab, but it's like, yo, you look out, you look out for me, I look out for you.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like I have a very unique perspective on like my come up in Toronto and my come up in the city, and like there's people that I've literally like grown up with since a child that like have ignored like all the stuff that I've done. I've done like quite a bit, and like it's not that I'm asking for a handout, but like yo, literally like you said, like a direction would be nice. Like yo, this is so and so, and like he does this and this and that. Maybe you know, and like it's weird. Like I've that's been a good chunk of my experience, but at the same time, I've still been able to like achieve a lot of cool things because like I think the art speaks for itself. But like like I definitely think that there's some of the best friends I've made through music. Some of the people that like I till this day I'm like, yo, these are special people like in my life. I don't even have songs with a lot of them. They were just cool people. Like and like that's I think one of the things that felt really different when I was coming up. I was younger than everybody too. I was like 10 years younger than like a lot of people. My brother is in a band called the OBGMs in the city, rock band. And but he's also like top 10 producers I've ever witnessed in my life. And it's hard to say that because people haven't heard a lot of it, but like, bro, I've grown up with these hard drives, like, so I got to hear everything, and so everybody was his age. He's 10 years older than me, and like, I just learned so much from them and watching them. But it was just like everybody moved like a unit because they knew that like, yo, like, once he's on, like we're on, but it wasn't like a leechy kind of vibe. It was just like, yo, everybody was just like collectively on the same wave, and,
Real growth.
you know. So, but yeah, man, it's very interesting. Like, yeah.
Outside of your brother, who would you say are some of like your musical influences?
Man, so many. There's like a lot. Just, are you talking about Toronto or just in general? In general,
yeah.
Man, Funkadelic, Prince, D'Angelo,
R.I.P.
you know, R.I.P. Slum Village, J Dilla, Tribe, Call Quest, Sade.
It's interesting because I could kind of hear like those different elements. Like I forgot what the song was. I think it was like Crash Site.
Okay, word.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm listening, and then I heard the bridge, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, you got the funk going. I'm like, that's dope, and like that's the type of things like I appreciate.
Thanks, man. Yeah, like I think then like the list goes on. Like it's, you know, genres inspire me. Like genres kind of like, you know, gospel music, you know, Kirk Franklin, you know, Kurt Carr, Donnie McClurkin, like that list goes on. And jazz, you know, my dad played a lot of Pat Metheny. Just jazz as a whole, like it's, you know, from, you know, Bobby Hutcherson to I'm blanking on names, but there's just
Coltrane,
like, you know, Coltrane, you know what I mean? Like,
and jazz is in a really good spot right now. Like I've been hearing a lot of dope jazz from Terrace Martin.
Yeah,
Dude, it's a dude out of the UK, Vienna.
I don't know.
Crazy saxophonist.
Okay.
Crazy. I'm like, I've been bumping a lot of his music. recently.
Did you play any instruments growing up?
Yeah, like everything, all my music that you hear, I produced. So all the piano, I played everything. If you hear drums, I played it.
That's dope.
Yeah, I grew up, drums was my first instrument.
Okay.
And then started picking up piano. Yeah, drums was like 4 or 5 years old, piano around 5, 6. And I'm not where I want to be. Like, I definitely, I want to, there's like people I want to play like. There's, there's videos I watch. There's, dudes on the organ in church, like just watching old video clips from like 2005 and things like that, like just doing crazy stuff. And like, that's what I want to play like. And so I have a lot of work to do, but, I know my way around the bass a little bit. Gotcha. And piano, drums.
Did you go to performing arts school?
No, I didn't. I should have. Like, if there was high school, I would have done differently. Like, I graduated in middle school with like on the honor roll and whatever, and high school there was a program at the high school I went to called the IB program, which is like advanced whatever, and I was like too late to sign up, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do so well in school, they're gonna want me to join it. I did terrible. Like, the work was just too hard. I'm like, yo, this is not what I was expecting. I wasn't prepared for the shift, and I think around grade 10, 11, like, I was pretty much done. Like, I finished high school, but I was so tapped out mentally that, like, I would bring my laptop to school and just, like, produce a lot of the time and make beats at school. And
you said dope. Yeah. He's a teacher. But class is not going to work. He did not be saying dope.
You know what you want to do? That's about it.
Yo, that's the thing. Like, I was like, yo, I want to make music. Like when I graduate, I'm going to go on tour. Like, I had all these plans and stuff. And if I would have done it differently, I would have went to, like, a school with a better music program. Like, I was in band up until grade 12, but it was just like the teacher was, and, like, I think that if I spent more time in high school really thinking about, like, okay, like, how could I use this to my advantage, like, after? Because I'm not thinking about, like, I'm thinking, like, once I'm done high school, I could actually just work on music for the rest of my life. But I didn't think about, like, yo, how could I even manipulate this to, like, work in my favor? Like, maybe if I went to a performing arts school or, a school with a better music program, I was like, okay, like, I could take, from learning to read piano or something. Like, if I played drums in school, so, like, I know how to read drums, but when you're reading a melodic instrument, like, reading is a lot different. But
for sure,
if I knew how to do that, maybe now I wouldn't be having this problem where I'm like, yo, like, I'm stuck in my ways. I need to do some new stuff.
The experience will always trump the schooling. Yeah, but it's just like I'm laughing at it because, like, me and her, we went to performing arts school. Okay, so it's like, yo, if we had a music project. Don't do that. If we had a music project and you had to leave class, yeah, I'm gonna leave. So I'm gonna leave math class to go practice. Yo, like, that's real. Like, I'll never shut somebody down. It's like, no, like, this is what you meant to do. Yeah. Do that shit.
And yo, honestly, man, like, I'm actually grateful for the experience that I had in high school. Kind of like doing, like, bro, I had like one of the coolest experiences was being in English class in grade 12. And then, you guys familiar with GoldLink?
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, back when GoldLink was first coming up, like, I remember getting an email and they're like, yeah, we want you to open for GoldLink in Toronto. And, like, I was in grade 12. So, like, that's just, like, something cool that I, like, that's just, like, it's sick. And, having shows and then having to go to school on Monday and stuff like that. Like, I'm grateful that it happened the way. Like, there's things I would have done differently, but, like, everybody always says that,
Have you ever done any shows in the States?
Yeah, like, I haven't in a long time, though. And, like, now it's a little bit more difficult. But I went on tour with this artist named Sunreal. Shout out Sunreal. In 2017, I think. Yeah, 2017. And we started in Portland, worked our way from the west to the east, and we kind of went like this. So we were in the States, and then we go to Canada for a couple shows and come back to the States and stuff like that. So Yeah, that was a different era of me for sure. But like that was a good time. Like I got to see a lot. One of my favorite shows is New York. Yeah, man, I've been wanting to come back, but it's just it could be finicky. Like it could be like with just right paperwork, visas, etc. And then like over here we have like a kind of like a union. There's like an artist union over here, and it makes it easier to kind of get the papers to go over there. Otherwise, it's just like mad expensive.
What's the name of it?
TMA, yeah.
We have to pattern that in the States. We need a fucking.
Yo, I've heard that like over there, it's because over here, like I don't know if anyone spoke to you, but like a lot of the music scene here like has a lot of government funding.
Okay.
Yeah. So me personally, I don't usually go for the government funding. It just feels kind of like counterproductive with my genre. Like, you know,
I get it.
And it's cool that people, you know, it's there. Like, you know, but for me, it's just like, man, like I can't be rapping about all this stuff and then it says Canadian government on the back of the cover. Like it just doesn't. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't make sense for me. It's okay. Like yo, I swear it's okay. I swear it's okay. I swear it's fine. But for me, it just doesn't make sense.
So if you happen to take like the government funding,
There's a couple grants. There's a few different grants. Yeah.
Okay, so and it has to be listed on like your cover arts or whatever you're putting
On the
out
back
there.
cover of one of the grants, you have to put like there's like a little like a line and it says Canada on the back. Yeah.
Okay.
My brain is fucked up.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like there has been government involvement in terms of like American music scenes, but it's been nothing but destructive. So it's like the government will pay you if you talk about killing more niggas. No, don't take the money.
It's kind of, I don't know, like it's a very like it's a nuanced conversation. Is pretty much what I could say. Like, you know, I don't think you could say anything, but like also like it really just has like I have no problem with like any decision that people are making. It's more so like as long as the decision aligns with your beliefs and like you know what you need, like then that's fine. So, but yeah, it's definitely nuanced. I think the government has kind of done, you know, they're doing what they can to support financially, but then there's other things that are a little bit more thing to kind of like, it's like almost simultaneously destroying the artistic, I don't want to say freedom, but just integrity. Like, sure, like, you know, kind of how I mentioned earlier, where like the commodifying of the even the genres, man, like and just music and blackness in general, like it's kind of like I don't know, it's a complicated, nuanced conversation, but like
it reminds me of the conversation that Mos Def was having. Like Mos Def was talking to, I forgot the name of the girl, but she was referring to Drake's music as it's very consumer friendly.
When he was like, it's synonymous with shopping.
That's what's playing in my head. And it's just like, in this song, how can I sell you these three things? Yeah. And it's just like, we're kind of at that weird point. And let's say hip hop in general. But like hip hop, they just announced like this is the first time in like, 20 something years that no hip hop song has been in the top 40.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's just like, some people were like, oh my God, it's bad. It was like, a lot of people were saying, okay, good. Like, y'all never accepted us for years. Yeah, we weren't accepted for years, and it's just like, now it's supposed to mean something when you guys don't recognize when dope shit is happening. Like,
yeah, I think it's interesting. I feel like with things like that, I feel like I think that gatekeeping to an extent is important.
For sure.
Just because that's how, you know, a lot of culture is preserved. And usually culture is destroyed when, you know, somebody invades and then does whatever they want with it or tries to remix it too much. You know what I'm saying? And I think like what that means is like when we think about like I guess hip hop or R&B or whatever, we think about like there's a set of rules. You know, there's certain things that should be talked about a certain way over, you know, just whatever it is. Like I'm not necessarily saying anything specific, but the hip hop being turned into like it was cool when it was like really commercial financially and just like, you know, making hip hop really popular. But at the same time, if there's no balance, you know, we kind of get to this place where we are now with, you know, not being in the top 40 or whatever. And it's just like, even the fact that we're even paying attention to that is like, I feel like why do we care, you know? Like, because I also found myself like, damn, like this is just weird. Like it's kind of strange, but we know that hip hop still runs everything. It's like, bro, like let's call it what it is.
I more so looked at it as like, okay, why now are they announcing it, and why now is it a thing?
Yo, I just feel like they have a...
Because they're doing it for a reason to me. Like we were talking about in the car, it was like they're trying to dilute the brand, bring down the market value of the record labels, of what they're paying artists, the type of money they're incoming, dilute it, do what they got to do, and then raise the stock back up. It's just like I think companies do with stocks. They short sell and then sell the shit off and then buy. Same thing.
Yeah. The higher ups have a plan, right? Like it's definitely on some like... All right, well, yeah, you know, it's like, all right, it's time to put a halt to this, or it's time to like make these people think about this, or you know, that's gonna really derail. I don't know what way exactly. I have my own ideas, but like, it feels like.
I think it comes down to money.
Yeah,
it really comes down to money because like,
for real.
This is what I think of like. My brain was going a couple different places in terms of the battle between Kendrick and Drake, and then I also think about Tory Lanez.
Okay,
Tory Lanez is in jail for something that a lot of people could say argue that he didn't do, and he also sold the album for like what is it, $1? Sold 1 million copies. So and then he had $1 million in terms of like crypto and like NFTs. And that's revolutionary.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was like, hold on. He's in jail for whatever reason with Rock Nation, yada, yada. But it's like, are they looking at it from that? I think they are. But it's like, you look at it from that perspective, it's like, if I could get all these artists on the blockchain and I can keep your royalties in perpetuity forever, I don't ever got to worry about you keeping your publishing.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
And like a lot of people, you know, a lot of artists don't really... Man, there's so much that as artists we could do just by ourselves, and it really comes down to taste. Like a lot of people talk about not being able to make music because it's too expensive. It's not expensive to make music, bro. If you get a mic and you have access to a laptop or computer, bro, you'll do whatever it takes. And that's what I believe in. Like, it doesn't matter the quality of the mic, doesn't matter, bro, the amount of music videos, bro. Like, we've shot, it's just me and my partner. And I edit, and that's it. And the videos are what they are. I'm able to get nominated for this and this for that. It's not, I didn't spend more money than any of the other people. I just care about it. That's straight up. So, like, it's the same thing with music. It's like we could run it ourselves, but like people like the convenience. So like as long as convenience is still a thing, man, like it's gonna be a never ending cycle of like crazy things like this happening. But you know, I really feel that like and this goes for anything. This is like not just music, but like it goes for, you know, what you guys do. And
as soon as you say convenience, I was like, that applies to pretty much most things in life that people are pursuing. You know,
and like I'm kind of stuck in. I can't even lie. Like I'm kind of in that place, not the convenience factor, but just like finding my my push. And like I used to have like I used to have a crazy like push. Like I was up like 18 hours a day, just, I'd sleep for a little bit and then back to making music. Like I was just able to just do that, and I was having so much fun doing it. And I think you get a little bit older, it's like, all right, there's a couple more responsibilities, but also like when things don't go your way, you kind of lose, you're capable of just losing that, like, yo, why am I even putting so much work in? Why am I going this hard, So, but as long as niggas remember, man, like, I feel like it's like, I'm just me talking to myself too, but like, if you really gotta just find that push, man. Yeah.
So there was just recollecting that what we were talking about earlier, just how things changed in the city.
Yeah.
There was also a period of time to where you didn't put out as much music. I think it might have been like 2020 to 2024 maybe, if I'm getting the years right.
Yeah.
Did the things going on in the city, or how things didn't like snap back in place the way they did, like during that quote unquote golden time that you guys were on, did that play a factor into your hiatus?
I think, I think everything just played a factor, life things, family things, and, personal, and the state of the arts. Cause like, I was dropping a project every year. Like it was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The only reason I didn't drop in 18 is because in 2017 I had a pretty successful project, and I was just touring all of 2018. I was just doing shows. And then 19 I was back, and then I had something lined up for 2020. Yeah. So everything shut down. So I kind of still had something come out, but I had to readjust my plans quite a bit. And after readjusting those plans and putting a project out, whatever, I have this bad habit of like really believing in the art so much that like sometimes I don't prepare for like not making everything back. So I put a lot into it, and that's kind of what happened. And it's not that it like, money is whatever, but it's how it broke me mentally and like spiritually, and just like, just looking at the state of the game, like, yo, what's going on? Like, why is everything changing like this? Why are people moving like this? Why are people not seeing what I'm seeing? Like, I don't understand. And you kind of just get into this like self-loathing kind of like, cycle. And then, it just takes a while. Like the album I put out in last year, 2024, like that was the original version was done it was done in 2019. And like, I'm like, all right, I gotta put it on the back burner because I really, really want people to hear this. So I put a different project out 2020, and I still had this in the back burner. And then every year I'm like, all right, I'm gonna finish it and put it out this year. And just life just kind of got in the way, and I wasn't really equipped to navigate like, all the turbulence. Like I didn't know how to react to things. I just didn't know. So like a lot of time was spent like working on the music, but also just like sitting down and not really doing what I needed to do. And that's why it took so long. And like even in the midst of it, like there's things that I wanted to drop this past year, and that's been pushed back just based on myself, but all of it is like a contributing factor to why, like, in the city, the state of the city, or like music in general or media in general has kind of like really it's really rocked me. I can't lie. So like, but whatever, it's good to bounce back, like straight up.
Yeah, man, we stick to it and shit, make art.
Yeah,
stick to it. Top 5.
I had one more question just about so did the album we're referring to, and then there was Rain, correct?
They said it would rain.
And they said it would rain.
They said it would rain. Dot. That's important. Yeah.
Afterthought. What exactly, like, when you put it out, did you get the reception that you wanted to for that long hiatus that you went on? And also, was it exactly what you wanted to put out, or did you kind of just put out something or a variation of it because it's been so long?
I made sure to not have any expectations from anybody else. Like, the only thing that was important to me was that I finished this album that I'm extremely proud of, and the musicality was at the the highest tier that I can make it, and the videos looked the way I wanted it to look, and I said what I wanted to say, and I just felt like I was in my element. So once the project was completed, like, it was already a success. In terms of like numbers or reactions, like, I got the reactions like I thought I would get. Like, I know there'd be people that, you know, are like, yo, this is whatever, but I also know that with my projects, like, sometimes they don't do like commercial numbers, right? So like, that's kind of something that I've never really looked for. It's just like, I think a lot of people put faith in the response, and they put like a lot of what they like, the success, they judge it by the response, and yeah, it's a setup. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
It's a setup. Yo, there's just too many moving variables. Like, there's just way too many like, anything could change. Like, we literally just watched the world shut down out of the blue. Like, I didn't think that was possible, but it did for like 2 years, you know, and that changed everything. So I think that, you know, you definitely have your plans in place, and, you know, but like, I definitely think, and it's not even a thing of like, it's not even doubting yourself. It's just like, yo, like, the success should be coming from the journey anyways. Like, you know, as cliche as it sounds, but like, yo, as soon as that project is complete, like, yo, this is a dub. Like, I got to make the music I wanted to listen to. Like, I got to make the videos I wanted to watch, and, you know, and yeah, man, like, that's number one. Like,
sure.
and, you know, it's not for everybody.
It's a tough road.
Yeah.
It can be a tough road. Like, even with us, like, us doing it, we've been doing it since 2019.
Crazy.
And it's just like, what allowed us, we don't necessarily have the crazy YouTube numbers.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I was thinking, like, in my head was like, bringing back the street test. When you walk down the street and hear people playing your music out the car or stuff like that. Like, when we in the streets, yo, y'all from the, every time
crazy.
we go out, like, I'm downtown, people dap me, I have no idea who they are.
That's it. Yo, even the fact that you guys are over here, like, is like, bro, I appreciate you making the trip. Like, you know, like, I feel like people don't, there's this grind that doesn't happen anymore. There's this taking those risks, moving, you know, like, doing what they have to do, and like, you guys came down here, like, I really appreciate that, and just seeing it, man. That's love.
Definitely appreciate you for putting up.
Yo, thanks for having me. Like, yo,
we actually have to have like a regular podcast episode with you. While we were doing this, I was thinking like a regular podcast episode would go crazy.
Yo,
not just the interview.
I'm coming up. Like,
Don't make it happen.
and I was talking to you guys a little bit. I was supposed to do it this past year, but like, life, you know, just life. I'm gonna just leave it there. But yeah, like, yeah, I'm down, man. Like, I you know, like, I've worked hard and stuff like that, but it's like, I really appreciate like the fact that you guys even care about like what I'm doing at all. Like, it's always a blessing, and, you know, very grateful for that. Like, niggas really don't have to care. There's so there's so much happening. Like, there's so much happening every day. Like, every day. So it's like hard to like to pay attention. And like, what you guys do, like, you're not only interviewing artists, you guys are, you know, business owners, etc. Like, it's a lot of weight, you know. So yeah, man. So
we can.
Yeah, man.
So we got a top 5 segment on the show.
Okay.
Kind of self-explanatory, right? So we asked the artists we had on earlier, so I'm curious what yours was too.
Okay.
Top 5 albums of all time.
Oh, man.
Top 5 favorite albums. Any genre.
Yeah, see, like, that's the thing.
That makes it more difficult.
It's the any genre, man. Like, you know, I don't get asked this question a lot, and I've been like dreading the day that I got asked it, because there's so much music.
And it's always gonna change.
So yeah, man. Okay. No particular order, and honestly, this is a rotating top 5, so this could change. But I'm just gonna say, "Love Deluxe" by Sade. There's this album that I play a lot that many people don't know about. It's by this girl named Aya. It's called Strange Flower. It's from like 2004. Just like deep house stuff. Just this girl, smooth ass vocals. I'd play that every day. God's Property by Kirk Franklin. I'm trying to mix it up.
Go for it.
That's 3, right?
Yeah, that's 3.
I've been listening to a lot of Slum Village this week. So maybe Fantastic Volume 1. Yeah. That's up there. And
One more.
Yeah, I'm
One
gonna
more
throw.
spot.
Ooh. Damn, this is too difficult, man. Yo, I'm out here sweating. Okay. Man, I guess we have to Voodoo D'Angelo. Yeah, I think, yeah. Might as
Perfect
well.
way.
Yeah,
Way to cap it off.
Great way to end it.
That album changed like that. That's like I know a lot of people talk about like the R&B element of that, but like even just from like a sonic direction, just like how it sounds, like that's just like, man, just going through my mixes, like a lot of A and Bing with that, like just like, yo, like, all right, how did they do this? How did they balance this? And like I think the mixing of a record is super. So shout out to Russell Elvado for mixing that. But like a big part of music is like the mixing that I feel like is a lost art right now. We hear a lot of songs and it's just a lot of tracks, bro. It's just like
A lot of shitty mixes.
yo, and bro, it's literally an art form. Like it's literally like you could change the way a whole song feels just based on the way it's mixed. Like you could change like how somebody, and even like your intention with the mix. Like what are you trying to get? Like what point are you trying to get across? And I think now it's just like people just put a mic up, throw a loop on, and that's that. But like yo, that like even down to how vocals sound. Like yo, one of the things. I don't want to take up too much of you guys.
Nah, go
but
ahead.
yeah, one of the things that during this battle, right, this Drake Kendrick battle, one of the things that I really enjoyed was how Kendrick's vocals sound throughout the whole battle. Like I'm talking like preferences aside with like lyrics and all the beef stuff, but like just from the vocals themselves, like on Euphoria, like he's just right there in your face, but it's like very clean, like it's very like it's warm, it's just there. Like I feel like the beat could be louder, but that's just me being, but like his vocals themselves, like I think like that really, and I think like that's kind of the approach they took with like Mr. Morale. Like it was just his vocals were very present, and I feel like to get a point across when you want people to like hear what you're saying, like even with GNX too, like his vocals are mixed that way too.
Changing the inflection of your voice and like how I'm gonna start off slower, calmer tone, then
man.
taking it wherever you want to go.
Yeah, like underrated, man. Like mixing as a whole, like as an art form, just it's. I don't want to say it's a lost art, but like people are not doing it and not paying as much attention to it, and I think they should, and find out their own sonic identity.
Spoken like a real musician.
True.
So we got another segment called the Third Eye segment, where we talk about just like conspiracy theories, unpopular opinions, spirituality, all that type of stuff. Even from your time talking to you, just like it's our first time meeting, but it's like are you familiar with Fela Kuti?
No.
So he's like Africa's Michael Jackson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think you should tap in. You should tap in and listen to him, because, like, so one thing with him is like the government saw how much influence he had over people. He was super like artistic, like philosophy with the art and everything. So he would have concerts and they talk about political issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He started gaining too much power. Government tries to kill him. They end up injuring him and killing his mom. Right? So, boom, he goes to the slums. He goes to the slums, starts doing concerts every day of the week. On Mondays, they talk about food. And then, like, on Tuesdays, they talk about, like education for the kids. And then then they have, like, a 3-hour concert. Like, and they would do this every day, but he did it, like, in the most dangerous neighborhoods and all that type shit. But I think you would rock with him.
Yeah, that's dope. I like, even in you telling me that, like, man, like, just thinking about, like my favorite era of just, like, media period is the 90s. And, like, in the 90s, man, like, there was a lot of conscious, like, black stuff happening. And, like, from the food to, like, kind of like, to the music to, like, and, you know, it's always nice to have a good time and just kind of, you know, like, I rock with both, but I feel like that's definitely something that's, like, not like that, like what you were telling me, like, that's not a thing anymore. Like, people are not really thinking about these things at all anymore. Like, there's these little movements happening online and stuff, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
I'll even say this, like, I'm talking to my mans, and we talked about the Kendrick and Drake battle, and he had a lot of issue with him not necessarily speaking directly. It's just like not to his opponent, but to, like, the system. Like, in terms of how hip hop we fight. A lot of it has been fight to power. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, y'all both signed to the same people. They both eating off it, and y'all don't go back doing the same bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But another thought in terms of, like, the Third Eye segment. Michael Jackson and Prince used to have a rivalry and stuff like that. And I was reading somewhere, it was just like Michael Jackson felt like songs were like, he's like, if he had an idea or a melody, he's like, oh, I gotta hurry up and get to the studio before Prince gets this idea. It's like, do you feel like you have that same, like, accept that philosophy, like, songs kind of, like, exist without us, and then we kind of just, like, as an artist, you kind of just, like, tune in and being able to want to record it?
Yeah, I think if I'm understanding what you're saying correctly, like, I feel with, like, my stuff, man, sometimes I don't know how I make it. Like, I have my experiences and my stories, but sometimes, man, like, I'll make a track and whatever, and I just won't, like, I can't recreate a lot of it. Like, even some of the beats I've made and stuff, like, I've dreamt, like, melodies and stuff, and if I don't wake up and go put it down, like, sometimes I lose it. Then I'm cheesed. I'm like, man, I should have, but, like, on the project, it's like, I'll dream up a melody and put it down right away, and, like, have a record name, like, BB Hair on the project, like, Baby Hair, and, like, the intro was just something, I was sleeping and I heard the intro, put it down, and, like, that ended up being one of my favorite songs. And so I think it's just, when you get that calling or that feeling, like, if you don't tap into that, like,
somebody else gonna grab that.
Yeah,
joint.
straight up, yeah, for real. So, yeah, man.
Artists be like, oh, they stole my song, or they stole my verse.
Listen.
Like, that joint was already out there. They just got to it first.
But some people are stealing out here, man.
Oh, yeah,
it's crazy.
For sure.
It's crazy. Like, I've had.
So this is my last third eye
go
question.
ahead.
My
Go ahead.
last third eye
Sorry.
segment question. How do you feel about, like, a lot of, like, industry people now are incorporating the like, AI music joints into their creative process?
Nah, man. Like, I can't get behind it. Like, I can't get behind the AI thinking of ideas for me. I think that's my biggest gripe. I feel like I witnessed the game kind of, like, it went from people being really sick at music to people kind of, and the culture as a whole just in the world, it went to a very copycat culture, like even from down to the trends, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Fair.
you know, like where it's people just don't have their own ideas anymore, so they have to kind of borrow whatever it is. And then now we're at a point where like now we have something to like generate the ideas for us, you know. I had my dad sent me because my dad's like one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life, and you know I'd love to be able to sing like him one day. But he has like various ideas and things like that, and he also runs like a gospel radio station and stuff like that in the city. And he just like he wanted me to work on a song for him or whatever, and he sends me kind of like this thing that he prompted, you know, to AI or whatever. And I'm like, yo, this is like they're his lyrics and whatever, but like to me, like it's like soulless. Like there's something with it's just not right. Like I don't know if it's like, to some people they're like, yo, this is fire, this is crazy, but like there's something missing. Like there's no exploration, there's no wonder, there's no
mistake.
Yeah, bro, it's too safe. Like a lot of the ideas are safe. At the same time, it's like, yo, you're out here getting ideas from somebody else that are not even like good idea. They're just like regurgitated, like recycled. Like, yo, AI is trained on music that exists already. So like, you know, you might get like the idea of what they're trying to do, but like even some of the more melodic things I've heard, I'm like, yo, something is like wrong. Like it's almost like they're singing notes, but the notes aren't notes. Like it's I don't know. Like there's a disconnect with me, and but it's like, yo, what happened to fucking practicing? Excuse my language. What happened to practicing? like niggas don't practice anymore. Like. Practice, bro.
You talking about practice?
For real. Like, just put some reps up. Like, write, you know? Actually, like, if you're a producer, like, I'm not saying you have to be the greatest. You don't even have to be a, like, decent piano player, but just, like, understand notes. Like, to an extent, so that you have the edge. Like, but people are running out of ideas. And yo, honestly, like, ideas are hard work. And nobody wants to do the hard work. And we were talking about the convenience thing. Like, it's that's what it is right now. Like, nobody wants to do the work. And, like, you know, I could...
Commodities.
Yeah. And even myself, like, sometimes I don't want to do the work, but, like, I'm not going to have something create the work for me or get, like, I'm going to sit through the rut that I'm in. And it's like, all right, now it's time to get up off my ass. And you know, like, some of the most legendary music that we've heard, like, you know, your favorite artist, like, these are people that, like, practice an instrument so much and just, like, tapped into whatever they needed to tap into, whatever, you know, whether it was God or ancestors, whatever it is. And they were able to create all this crazy stuff. And, like, bro, like, that's yo, niggas don't even perform anymore, bro. That shit, yo, when I was coming up, bro, like, it was community events. Like, you did whatever. Like, it didn't even matter. Like, it paid or not. Like, you had to get the practice in so that when it's time to really do the thing, you could do the thing. And, like, I don't know, man. I just...
Yeah. Nah, that's 100%.
I don't believe in it, personally.
Even just for, like, any up-and-coming artist or a kid who wants to make music, like, yo, putting in those reps, and it's just, like, it allows you to kind of like make it second nature.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I can translate what's coming through now.
And you can make something new too. Like, you know, like, we need something fresh. We need something.
Word.
We don't, like, not everything is gonna be profound. Not every project is gonna be, you know, like, it just is what it is. But you'll hit that.
I want to hear something fresh and loud, like kind of like how XXX Tentacion, like how he came on the scene. I want to hear something like that.
Different. Like, it was just something else. And, like, now everyone's just doing the same thing. And I think, like, people think they're doing different stuff, but, like, now sometimes it just comes off as noise. Like, there's no balance, bro. I think ultimately what, you know, think everything we've talked about thus far, like it comes down to balance. Like there's no balance. It's like everybody's hard this way and hard that way. There's no nuance is dead. Like conversations are dead. Like, you know, I think that's what they how they want it. You know, it's about the bread. But yeah, man, like I just don't. I personally just don't get it. Like, and that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
Everything in life is not meant for us to understand.
Yo, literally,
Big facts.
yeah, straight up. So and the important part is getting over that hump of understanding that too, like, because you can really just put yourself in a dark place, like you're just like, yo, like what the, but yeah, man,
The journey, man.
yeah.
We appreciate, bro. This was a dope combo.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
man, yo,
Hell
thanks for
yeah.
having me, man. I would love to come up there and
Yeah, you're more than welcome, man. We're
For
we're
sure.
definitely align something up.
The door is open.
So just tell everybody where they can find you, what you got coming next, if anything, and
yeah, man. Clairmont the Second. You could Google it, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, well, like, you know, everything that has a search bar, or Grain Ink or Grain Powered. You can look that up too. That's the multimedia production company that I run. What I have coming, I don't want to say too much, but there's stuff on the horizon, like I'm very excited about, so you'll know when you know, like, just keep an eye peeled, you know.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you guys, man, for real.
bro. Oh, just one last thing.
Absolutely.
Can you just explain what the title of the album means?
So, you know, the meaning of They Said It Would Rain is just like, you know, people said that, you know, they said this thing that might be negative or whatever. The idea of like raining on like someone's parade is usually like a negative thing, a bad thing. And, you know, they said it would be anything negative, pretty much. Like they said it would rain, ... And then the last line on the project is, and then the sun came out. So.
All right. Ties it all in.
Yeah.
It's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
But definitely everybody check them out. No Label the Pod. We out.
Peace.
No label.